Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to be doing up a bunch of stuff that I'm going to prepare for Easter tomorrow. So I have an apple pie in the oven. I'm going to start with this roll cake that we did the other day. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me tilt you guys down a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm going to finish this roll cake. I'm going to do it first, and then I'm going to get out. I'm going to start melting some chocolate and do the brown eggs, and then do the truffles. I have a big pot of eggs on the stove, and I have an apple pie in the oven. So I've been busy already this morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Good Friday. Hey, Shelly. I want to wish a happy 83rd birthday to my mama. I know she's probably not up yet, but when you get up, Mama, happy birthday. And I have a cousin that's her birthday today too, so happy birthday, Kenneth. And yeah, so I got to go home for a couple days for my brother's surprise birthday party. I was home 2 short days, and those 2 short days, I got to spend time with my mom and my brother, my sister-in-law, and I got to see my sisters for 1 day. So if my mom's out there, I hope you, oh, I just broke my cake. Well, that's all right. Gosh darn it. That's what I get. I just broke my cake. Well, we'll just pick it up and move it. Things happen. All right, let me get a paper towel. So I went to the store yesterday to get edible grass. Hello, everybody. And everybody was out of it. So I bought these, and they were different colors. Airhead Extreme. I spent an hour cutting these so I could get the green and a little bit of blue. I didn't want the red, the orange, or the yellow. So I went to go get edible grass, and everybody was out of it, and I was like, well, I don't know what to do. So I kept looking and looking and looking, and I found these. So I spent an hour cutting them up with an X-Acto knife. That was the best I could do. So I probably could have got, I didn't see any green licorice. Hello, everybody. Or else I would have used it. So, okay. I have some chocolate icing that I made. And I don't know what day I made this. I made it on, I want to say Monday. It's a sponge cake. And I put it in the freezer. And I just broke it on here. But that's okay. Hi, Marie. So, first I'm going to do is put some of this chocolate icing on here. I'm upset that I cracked this, but it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Things happen. Good morning, everybody. So I'm just putting a layer of whipped chocolate icing on this roll cake. And then we're going to roll it up and we're going to decorate it. I went to the store yesterday to get everything that I wanted for it, and they did not have edible grass. So I bought Extreme Airheads, and they're like colored. I think they're red, yellow, orange, blue, and green. So I spent an hour with an X-Acto knife cutting off the green and the blue. Good morning. Good morning, Lulu. Hey, Terry. So today is Good Friday. All the kids are out of school. My granddaughters will be over later, so I'm trying to get all my stuff done before they come, so I can just spend time with them. My grandson's coming home from college today, and it'll be a short trip for him because he don't get done with college until 2, and then it takes 5 hours for him to drive home. So we're just putting a thin layer on this cake. And then we're going to roll it up. And if you were just on here a little bit ago, hi Vicki, how are you? I broke the cake. So not one of my finer moments, but that happens. It happens. We just got to roll with the punches, right? Okay, so I'm going to start rolling this up. Now, if you guys were on here Monday, you'll remember we put carrots on this cake. And there's the carrots. Well, it's cracked. There we go. Hello, everybody. So let's put this on here. Not one of my finer moments to break my cake. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Viola. Okay. So anyhow, that's what we have. It'll be fine. All right. So like I said, I wanted edible grass, but I couldn't find any, so I used these Airheads. And I'm just gonna put them on the edge here. And it took an hour for me to use my X-Acto knife to cut this up. Alexa, stop. I gotta get my pie out of the oven. You guys see it? Hey, Susie. So apple pie is done. Apple pie is done. All right, let's get back to doing this. So I bought this little rabbit. We're just gonna put him right in front in this grass. I'm going to get some icing. Hi, Cherry. Hi, Diego. I'm going to get a tip. Hold on a minute, guys. And yes, I am on here earlier than normal. I have so much to do today. So. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of icing behind him so he actually stands up. All right. Then I got some of these edible eggs. So we're going to put some of them on here. They do have some chicks. I mean, I really don't think we have to decorate the back end, but we can. Let's just, whoops, a lot of white ones. But we'll do some on the back too. Okay. Guess we'll put another yellow one at the bottom. That works. And then tomorrow, I will, tomorrow I'll just dust it with some powdered sugar, guys. And that's all I'm really going to do this. So there he is. Real simple. Hey, Diego. When I say it took an hour to cut up those airheads, this is what they look like, but they were strips. And then I just cut them up. But I didn't want the yellow, the orange, or the, so I ended up with a little bowl of them. Yeah. So I have some jelly beans and stuff. I might put some on, but I just want this to be like this for right now. And then tomorrow I'll put, I do have some, I don't know, I have some of those chicks, but I think that would be too much on this small cake. So we're just going to leave it like that. It's fine. And then I'm going to start melting. I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to get out the brownies. So let's put her over here. And let me grab the brownies. Hold on, guys. I got to get them out of the other fridge. Okay, so we ended up with 22 eggs. 22 eggs whenever I did the brownies. So we ended up with 22 of them. Hello, Mommy. Hello, everybody. I'm finishing off my Easter stuff. So we just did a cake back here. I got a pie there. And I'm getting ready to do these brownies. So we're going to do those. And then after the brownies, I got some truffles. Hey, C. Summers. Good morning, everybody. Okay. So I have some blue. I have some yellow. Oh, thanks for the flash gold, whoever gave it to me. And I have white. Let me get a cup for white. I'm going to melt them, and then we're going to make, let me get a cup for the white. And I have some white. And we're just, I'm not going to dip these. I'm just going to decorate them because we're going to dip the truffles. Hello, Liz. How are you? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to melt these and pour them into some bags, and then we're going to decorate these. Okay. I'm going to do 30 seconds at a time, guys. 30 seconds at a time. Hi, sis. Good morning. Did you see the cake? I broke it, but it's all right. So there's the log cake, guys. There's the log cake. Hot pie. There's the pie. Oh, let's turn it this way. I have a colored egg on the center. Then I have a pan of 20 eggs here. And now we're going to do these 22 brownies is what we're going to do. 22 of them. So I'm going to get out my trusty spoons and start melting this chocolate. So we're going to do 30-second intervals until that's melted, guys. And then I'm just going to I have some parchment paper. I'm just going to roll it up. And then we're going to fill it up with chocolate. I love you, sis. Okay. So we're just going to fill this up with chocolate when it's done melting. And we'll just decorate these brownies like little Easter eggs. Hey, Texas, how are ya? Hey, KK. They're starting to melt. They're starting to melt. I probably should have put them in a glass bowl, but this is fine. This is fine. I actually might drizzle some of this chocolate yellow on that. No, not yellow. Maybe white on that cake. So we're almost there. It's still a little clumpy, so we're going to do another 30 seconds. I'm going to do another 30 seconds, and then I'm going to start with the yellow and just do some like little squiggly lines or dots or whatever. And then we'll do the blue and then the white. So I made these brownies the other day. They're Easter egg brownies, and I'm just going to decorate the top of them. So there's 22 of them. So that's what we're melting the chocolate for. And then if you were on here and you saw it the other day, I had, I cut these brownies out of the half sheet pan, and I had a lot of brownie batter left. So what I did was I put some of that chocolate that you've seen me putting in the cake, I put some of that chocolate in the brownie batter, and I made truffles. So we're going to dip those next. We're going to dip those next. Let me get my scissors. just going to go on here and do some squigglies. Nothing fancy. I'm just decorating the top of the brownie. I could have dipped them, but I didn't want to do that because I got to dip all those other things. So I'm done with the yellow, so I'm just going to squeeze this back in because I got a lot of balls to dip. I think I have 52 balls to dip, and I'm actually going to put this, I think I'm going to put this ice or chocolate in a glass bowl. Hey, Vicki. Okay. Hey, Amari. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Good morning. Happy Good Friday. Okay, so 30-second intervals, guys. 30 seconds until we get it done. And then we're going to do the blue, and then I'm going to go with the white, and I'm just going to do like little polka dots on the white. I should have did this in glass instead of doing it in leaves. Now I got to get the yellow out of here and put it into the bowl. Thank God I bought enough yellow because getting this out of this cup is going to be a pain in the rear end. Okay, that's good. Let's take a peek. Not yet. So I think the yellow, but it was in a plastic cup, it took 30 seconds. So we're just going to, good morning, Kennette, happy birthday. So if you guys just got on here, it is my cousin's birthday. She's on. Happy birthday, Kennette. And today is my mama's 83rd birthday. So if any of the family members are on here, reach out and tell Aunt Jax happy birthday or your mama happy birthday. But I know my siblings already did. I can't believe she's 83. She's sharp as a tack, and that tongue is sharp as a razor. Trust me and believe me, it's sharp as a razor. One time, hi Chrissy, I hope you had a good birthday too. Your birthday was the other day. One time I was talking to my mom, and I said something and she didn't like it. And I said something about Illinois, and she was like, Jenny Lou, you take care of South Carolina and I'll take care of Illinois. That's my mom. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to make a cone. I should have did this while I was chatting. That's all right. So we're just going to make a cone, and then we're going to do the same thing with the blue. I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to get it down in there. And I actually got to go home for a surprise party for my brother. I was home 2 days, and I got to be with my mom for 2 days. So we celebrated him on Sunday, or Saturday, the day I flew in. And then Sunday, I spent the day with my mama, and I took her to Cracker Barrel, and I also took my husband's sister, because her birthday is April 6th, and her and my mama are the same age. Okay, so I'm just doing blue ones, guys, on these brownies. And today's Good Friday. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I got this to do. I got the brownie blonde truffles to do, and then I got a cheese ball to do, and then I have a cheese plate to do, and I'll be done. So my grandkids are getting older. So they don't get big Easter baskets, but I did get them little things. And then I went yesterday and did some shopping, and I just put $25 in their Easter baskets. So, but I know the girls are coming today, and they like to go shopping. Hey Whitney, how are you? So that might be on the agenda later today. I don't know. But first of all, I have to get all my stuff done. And then we'll see. Hi Maria. Okay. I need one more spoon. Not yet. So if you guys are just jumping on here, we already did this. This is the sponge cake I made the other day. And it's got like little carrots on it. I don't know if you can see the carrots in the sponge dough. And then we just decorated it. I tried to buy Easter grass. They didn't have any of the edible grass, so I spent an hour cutting their heads so I could have grass. With an X-Acto knife. That's what you call a little cray-cray. I could have dyed some coconut, but my grandkids do not like coconut, so I didn't want to have any kind of coconut anywhere on that cake, because if I did, they probably wouldn't eat it. So, yeah, so I didn't use coconut. Hi, Debbie. Hi, KK. Okay. So now we got the white, and I'm just going to do some white dots. Same thing, just folding some parchment, y'all. Just folding some parchment. I might have to add a little bit of coconut oil to some of those other melts. They don't seem as good. I don't know what it is. Sometimes the colored ones just don't. My sister lives in South Carolina. Yeah, where at, Mama Bear? always say we're in Myrtle Beach, but we're really not in Myrtle Beach. We're in Surfside Beach, which we're on the southern end. Hi, Jenny. Oh, she lives in Myrtle. Yeah, there you go. My daughter lives in Myrtle. Myrtle is very big. It's very big. My daughter's 6 miles from here. Some people call it Sockasty, but she's got a Myrtle Beach zip code, so. Okay, so I'm just going to put some little dots. This is all chocolate, so I didn't want to dip them because we're going to have dipped truffles. So I'm just making dots, y'all. Who doesn't love Easter, right? I do. Although Christmas is my favorite holiday. But I think Easter, it's kind of hard to choose. Christmas is definitely my favorite. And then I would say Easter. And then Thanksgiving. Although Thanksgiving sometimes trumps it. Just depends. But Christmas is my favorite. I start putting Christmas up in October, so Christmas is my favorite. I do have a Christmas tree. Well, I have 2 trees up all year long. I have one up on my hearth, on my fireplace. Nice. Hey, Sword family. I have one up on my hearth, on my fireplace, and it right now is decorated in Easter. And then I have a Winnie the Pooh tree up that stays up all year long. So, and it's a red tree, and he's decorated all up. He's beautiful. Who doesn't love that silly Millie old bear? Hi, Helen. Hi, Geraldine. We're just decorating some brownie eggs, guys. No rhyme or reason. I'm just putting dots on them. Just putting some chocolate dots here and there. You can hear my hands squeezing. I don't know how many the kids will eat, but that's okay. I'm sure they'll enjoy them. I have one grandson, he likes brownies. If you've seen me on here before, he only likes brownie cake or cookie cakes. So he's not a cake person. My oldest grandson, his birthday is April 16th. But he's away at college, so we won't see him this year for his birthday. But we'll see him this weekend for sure. Okay, so those are done. They're going back out in the refrigerator. Thank God for refrigerators, you know. Okay, guys, I'm going to spin them around. That's what we did. I don't know if you can see them. Just little squiggly lines and little polka dots. So those will go on a, well, I can lift one up. They'll go on a Easter platter. So nothing major. So there those are. I'm going to go put these in the freezer, and I'm going to get out the truffles. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, next, and these are the turtles I made the other day. They were still a little wet when we were on with each other, but so I have a whole plate of this too, a whole plate of goodness right here. Thank you. Okay. So, if you're just jumping on, we already did this. We did this. This is the sponge cake we made the other day. So we kind of decorated it up. Thank you, Mima. And now we're going to do these. Now we're going to do these. So this is the leftover brownie dough. And that chocolate mousse icing that I made to put in the cake, I put some of it in these because I had a lot of brownie dough left, cutting out a half a sheet pan. So I didn't want to, I didn't want to waste it. So I made so this was still hot. I just put it in my mixing bowl. Okay, Annette, talk to you later. So I put these in a mixing bowl. They were still hot, and I added like 2 tablespoons of that chocolate icing. And so we ended up with 52 of these. 52. So there was no way I was getting rid of all this. So I'm gonna melt the chocolate, and we're gonna do these next. That's what we're gonna do. I'm going to put them on this sheet pan. I'm going to put these on this sheet pan. Okay. And let's see. I think I'm going to get... Where is my... I gotta find my coconut oil, guys. Hold on a minute. Sometimes I'll tell you, I never know where I put stuff. So, I'm going to put a little bit of coconut oil in these blue ones, and then whenever I do the yellow ones as well. I think what we're going to do is do them in yellow and then drizzle them in chocolate or in the blue and the white. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I have more melts. That's a lot. That's a lot. Let's get this melted. think I'm going to use the metal spoon. 30-second intervals, guys. Melt them. That way you don't get it. You don't get it either too hot or not hot enough. That way you can watch it. And I think I'm going to set these on here. Plus, I want to be able to give my neighbors some stuff, so. All right, let's stir this up and see here. Another 30 seconds. Lots of birthdays today in my family. Lots of birthdays. Today's my mama's 83rd birthday. And I have a cousin that's her birthday today too as well. Okay. I think we're good. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here, guys. I just don't like this color. Just don't seem as they don't seem as loose as the white ones, but you know what I mean? I might add a little bit more. This to get a little bit more hot. I'm going to add a little bit more of this. So I'm going to do 15 seconds. I'm going to do 15 seconds. Well, now that I put that in there, I need to get a different fork. Actually, I think maybe I'll use plastic. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think that coconut oil definitely helped. We'll see what it's like whenever I go to dip them. If I don't like it, then we're just going to drizzle them. If I don't like the way it looks, we're going to drizzle them. So let's see here. I'm not liking it. Okay. Well, we're going to drizzle. We are going to drizzle. This one here is not what I like. So we're going to drizzle. One of the grandkids will eat that, for sure. Okay, so we're just going to drizzle. Hey, Misty. We're going to drizzle it. I'm not liking the way the chocolate's turning out. You know what? Sometimes when you buy that stuff, if it's old at the store and they don't, I mean, I try to look at the dates, but it is what it is. You just go with it, right? Just go with it. Because it's nice and hot, but it's just not coating the way it should. Okay. So, here we go. And then I'm going to go back over with some blue. Or maybe we'll just do some yellow, some blue. Maybe that's what I'll do. We'll do some yellow, some blue. And then maybe a thinner white. Okay. Let's do that. Let's melt our, well, maybe I'll, let me get the blue back in the microwave. Same thing, guys, just make, okay. Okay. Let's do the blue. Without getting it all over me. Oh, see, and let my bag sit. And that's a fix. And we're ready. Okay. That takes care of that. All right. We're getting there, guys. All right. Now, I don't know. Hi, Beauty Queen. Hello, everybody. Hey, Daughter of King. Hey, Mima. I don't know if I want to take white and go the other way. I think maybe. What do you guys think? Do the white going this way? I think I'm going to, just to give it a little, I don't want to waste any of this. Try it on a few. Okay, I'll do that. Gotta get a piece of parchment. A little bigger. We'll do it. We'll see what it looks like. See how this white is? White's always like that. White is always like that. I think we'd want to go thinner. And I'm going to warm this. And put that in for 8 seconds. Hold on a minute, guys. Alright, let's see what they look like on. And they go real thin. What do you guys think? Yeah? Yes? No? What do you think? These are brownie truffles. Yes. Okay, we got a yes. We're going with it. Then I'm going to make my cheese ball. There's a lot of air traffic today. Oh, look, it's coming out. Ah. It's alright. Those planes were starting at 5 o'clock this morning. Okay. I need to wash my hands. How's that look, guys? Hi, Goldie. So those are done. Those are done. So what was our last holiday? New Year's? Thank you, Mama Bear. I always make a cheese ball, and my daughter doesn't like nuts on the outside. So I think instead of making two, I'm just not going to put nuts on my cheese ball, because she had asked me at Christmas time if I could not put them on, like make two, one with one. Hi, ACP cats. And so I made two cheese balls, but I think I'm gonna just leave it naked for her because she doesn't like nuts. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so we have these. These are done. These are all done. I have the apple pie. Oh, we've been on an hour. So we have those. We have the apple pie. It's still hot. Hot, hot, hot. We have the cake. We have the cake. We have these. We have the brownie Easter eggs. And we have the truffle, or the turtles that I made. You guys see them? And that's what we're having for Easter. And now I gotta make a cheese ball. So I know I've been on here for like an hour. If you guys are bored, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry I haven't been looking up as much to decorate. Thank you. I'm going to make my cheese ball real quick. If you guys want to watch, I'll do it. If not, I can sign off. It's definitely up to y'all. Thank you. I hope my grandkids enjoy all this. I know they will. Hi, Sandy. I don't want to mess up the last part of your thing. So, I'm going to get... They will love them. Thank you. So I just have to make a cheese ball, and I decided to leave it naked because my daughter does not like nuts. And at our last holiday, I made two cheese balls, and I think if I just do one, it will be fine. So I'm going to get a small plate. So my cheese balls are really easy, guys. My cheese balls are really easy. I do 2 things of cream cheese and a pack of half a pack of ranch salad mix, the dried ranch salad mix. And then I just put this in my mixer and let it whip up. And then I put in some grated cheese, and that's it. Gosh, they don't make anything easy to get into anymore. And then I gotta make deviled eggs. I forgot about that. Doesn't seem like my list is getting smaller. My list is not getting smaller, but sounds yummy to me. Yeah, my list isn't, it seems like it was getting smaller, but now when I'm thinking about it, it's not getting smaller because I have to make deviled eggs. And that takes a while because I got 20 eggs behind me in that pan. So it's going to take me a bit to do those. And I'm going to do this cheese ball real quick. And let me get my bowl ready here. So I generally let this sit out and let it get to room temperature. And I'm not putting nuts on this, so if anybody wonders why I'm not putting nuts on this, my daughter does not like nuts on her cheese ball. And we are having Easter at her house. So I'm doing all the desserts, and I'm doing the cheese ball and the deviled egg. And she's doing everything else. Make sure you get all that cheese. Gotta get it all, right, guys? This doesn't take any time at all. Hi, Shiraka. Nope, no nuts. No nuts today. Only because my daughter doesn't like them. So usually I crush pecans and put it on the outside of my cheese balls. And sometimes I do bacon bits. But she does not like nuts. So on a cheese ball. Now, she likes my kolaches and my nut cookies and my tassies. She'll eat those, but she does not like nuts on a cheese ball. And so before she would even touch it, it's going to be like halfway in the middle. So okay. I just got a mess going on here. If you think this is bad, you ought to see over there. I just keep piling it up, piling it up. Just keep piling it up. Okay, so I have for two now. If you want a really big ball, you would use a whole packet of the ranch dressing and 4 of the cream cheese, 4 of them, if you want a really big one. Okay, so I thought I had a whole bag of this, but I guess I don't. So we're going to put this in as well. I usually do an 8-ounce bag for 2. So that's only half. So I'm going to have to shred some. And that's why you always keep cheese on hand, right? Now, somebody was on here the other day and asked me what brands I use. I'm not really a brand. There are some things I like, and then other things doesn't bother me, so. If it comes to a cake mix that you're buying at a store, instead of making a homemade one, my preference is that kind. That's just my preference. So I'm gonna do about half of this in here, guys, because I need half. I need half. So two blocks of cream cheese, a half a packet of ranch dressing, and then you need an 8-ounce bag of cheddar cheese. But I only had a half, so I have to do this. I should have got out my big shredder, but this is fine. Okay. Get all that off there. No waste, no waste. Okay. And then you just put it on your mixer and whip it up. And that's it. And then I'll scoop it out and put it on this plate. Get cheese on here. Put it on here. And I was trying to choose Easter colors, so I did orange. I have a teal. I have a yellow. Hi, Ellen, Jeremy. So, and then I'm going to put the truffles probably on maybe a lime green plate. I'm going to plate those. Okay. So, being that there are no nuts on this, it's not going to look like my regular cheese ball, but I'm giving my daughter what she wants. So, if somebody gets on here and says, "Woman, you're crazy," well, you're probably right. But I'm just doing what my daughter likes, so it is what it is. She's my baby. And I can't believe my baby's gonna have a birthday soon as well. So I just try to scrape it down in my bowl, and then what I generally would do if I was doing pecans on it, they would be crushed up and in a bowl right here. I would flop this over into the bowl, and then I would roll it around in the nuts. But being we are not doing nuts, I'm trying to roll it in the bowl in here with this spatula. Is what I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to put it here, just like that. And just kind of, I'm going to get it all over me, I know, but it's okay. It's all right. And usually, I would put, there would be nuts all over this, and I would put the crackers and that around. But today, I'm just going to do this and wrap it up with some plastic and kind of smooth it out a little. So we are having a naked cheese ball. A naked cheese ball. Because that's what my precious daughter likes. Okay, that's it. How Hello, everybody. Okay, let me wash my hands. Let me do that again. Okay, so that's that, and I'll just put plastic on this. Make sure it's all cleaned up, and that looks good. Okay, so here's the naked cheese ball for my daughter, and I'm going to get a plate for these truffles. I had a red one, but I don't want red because we want, let me pick out a color. I think I'm going to go with the lime green, and we're going to put the truffles on there. Back door's open. So we're just going to keep going around and plate these. Break off the edges. Just kind of tap them and it'll break off the chocolate for sure. Oops. So we have 52 of these. We have 52 of these. Let me break this off. All right. Let's see here. Scoot that over a little bit, Jen. So hi Rhonda, I'm just breaking off the tails on them, guys. Just breaking the tails off. Squeeze that in there. And I actually have to make I feel like I got more yellow on here than I do blue. Let's separate this. I don't know what I'm doing. That looks good. And then I have to make some for a neighbor. Hi, Patty. Take off these, and then I'm going to get the eggs out and plate them up. Okay, so I think I did more blue than I did yellow, but that's all right. I wasn't counting. Hi, Diane. Okay, guys, so there's the truffles. Let's get rid of this. Okay, there's the truffles. Now, let me get another plate for the brownies. I think we're going to go with butterscotch for the brownies. Let me grab them. Okay. So these are the brownies that we did. So I think we're going to go with butterscotch, the butterscotch plate for the brownies. We got lots of chocolate. And you know what? For Easter, that's what Easter reminds me of, is chocolate. So that's why I made a lot of chocolate, y'all. I made a lot of chocolate. My husband thought I should make strawberry shortcake as well. I might do that later. That was his homage to Easter. So they're all not going to fit on here, but that's fine. We'll just do that. I'll put those there. I am a stacker, you guys. If I turn this camera around and you saw my kitchen, you would say, holy shitballs. Okay. So there's the brownies. There's the truffles. This is all this morning. I know it's been a long one. It's been a long video. There's the sponge cake. Thank you, Mama Bear. So we did the sponge cake on teal. I don't have a bright platter that's long enough for this, so I had to use teal, but that's all right. I kind of wanted to go with bright. Hey, TJ Jack. Okay, and then we had our apple pie, and I only have reds in my Fiesta ware for my pie. So she's a red. So that's her. That's her. And then I did yellow for the turtles. So we have yellow turtles. I love my Fiesta there. Can you tell? And then the naked cheese ball that I got a bunch of laughs on is on orange. So that is almost all of our Easter desserts. And I think I might make a strawberry shortcake later. I'm not for sure. But I do have this pan behind me. I have 20 eggs to peel. So I need to do that, and I have to make a meat and cheese tray, and I am done. So I think I got a lot done this morning with y'all on here. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Good Friday. And tomorrow we are celebrating our Easter. So I won't be on here tomorrow because tomorrow is Easter for my family. And because my grandson's coming home and he has to leave on Sunday. Thank you, Mama Bear. Thank you so much. So I hope you all have a happy Easter. I don't think I'll come on Easter either because it is a holiday, and so I don't think I'll be doing that. But anyhow, I'll probably be on Monday for sure. I'll be on Monday, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. You too. You have a blessed Easter. And if my mama's on here, Mama, happy birthday, happy 83rd birthday. I hope you have a fantastic day. You deserve all the goodness in life. My mom is 83 today, and she still works a full-time job. So if anybody's out there in Facebook land or TikTok that knows my mama, reach out and tell her happy birthday. She is sharp as a tack and has a razor of a tongue. So I'll talk to you guys later. Happy Easter, everybody. Thanks for being on here with me. Like, follow, share. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, guys. Happy birthday, Mom.